Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today we are doing the review for Bleach manga 663, God of Thunder 4. So let's jump right into it, right on page 1. So, what on earth is up with that form? For the love of answer me. So apparently, right now, Yuruichi happens to be in an electrical form that allows her to grant power of some sort of thunder god. In this form, she's basically able to use a lot of thunder, basically with her techniques. So basically, all of her techniques end with the name Thunder at this point. She has little charges of thunder coming out of her mouth. So basically, he's like, what the heck is it with this form? I've never seen it before, so I need an answer now. Going on to the top of page 3. Okay, more fan art. Of course, page 4 looks iconic. Page 4. Yeah. Shukashima and Ginjo, you remember from the people who allowed Ichigo to get his powers back. Shunko, of course, basically she uses her technique Shunko. We know that technique is a signature move. It's called Thunder Beast Battle Form. So in this form, she basically takes more of a battle form. Flash God, Black Cat, Warrior, Princess. So she's known as the Black Cat, Flash Warrior, Princess for this main reason in the current form she's in. So it's kind of like Resurrección mode with the espadas and any other form that we have seen before. It's like a secondary state that you awaken. So it's not unheard of, basically. That happens to be a great example of an espada when they awaken their Resurrección form or the secondary state. They take more of an animalistic look to it. Well, that's Yoruichi at this point, except it's not Resurrección mode. It's called Thunder God Cat mode, basically, in her position, obviously. Is the name, don't you, is the name me? Why are you answering for her? Don't tell me that right now she doesn't comprehend our language. Something is coming this way. So apparently in that form she doesn't comprehend the English language either, or the Japanese language, as spoken in the original anime show, of course. So on page 7 she's going for the attack, obviously, God of Thunder. So she pretty much strikes him down on page 8. Now, the question is he going to stay down? Because knowing this guy, he uses blood as a form of, means of defending himself. He says, oh, hell no. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So, page 9, you see that he gets slammed right through Werwelt. He gets dragged out the pretty much, entire piece of land. So this is not happening. I'm supposed to already have acquired immunity to Horetsu. It's impossible that the Retsu of the same Shinigami changes mid-fight. There has to be some reasonable explanation. It's all in the mood. Ah, that's interesting. So basically, he thought he had adapted to her Retsu, but he said there has to be some sort of explanation. And the story writer says there has to be some sort of explanation as to why my body has not gotten used to her Retsu yet. And here comes, of course, I always forget his name. Here comes Urahara, and he explains it's all in the mood. So basically, when somebody feels a certain mood, you're told in your life that their energy changes. So when you're angry, you're kind of more, you're more intense, a bit more active. When you're kind of in a serious state, your energy feels heavier. So basically, that's what he's trying to get to when he says it's all in the mood. Isn't it always said that cats are fickle? With the Kyokubo Seiken for of your Yoruichi, this attribute manifests in the Retsu. See, she's not even chasing after you right now. That's because she's not in the mood for it. Oh, okay, so she's acting more like a cat. Yoruichi is a pretty moody person to begin with, but in that form, she's even more so. Her Retsu is directly responsive to those changes, and thus becomes re-ally. Unstable. It says re-ally, but really unstable. That's what I meant to say. It's kind of like Horetsu changes into that of a completely different person. There is an influence influenza season every year, right? So he's explained his influenza season every year. We know that much. Even though it's not a totally new strain, the smallest change in the antigen properties will mean that the same A-type flu as last year will spread around again this year. This kind of works in a similar fashion. Even if your body works diligently to build immunity, the smallest change can make a previous foundation disappear with a poof. Of course, in your case, your immunity acquisition speed is incredibly fast. Upon receiving an enemy attack, you reflexivity analysis the retsu and begin to forge your immunity at a terrifying speed. As long as you have 1 minute, you can probably render any attack ineffective. However, even with that, you will make it in time. The retsu of the Kokibyo Senkai of Yoruichi-san will pretty much destroy you. That's what he's trying to conclude here. So he's basically trying to conclude no matter how much immunity you build towards something, if there's the slightest weakness in your immunity system or your immune system, that will cause a huge setback, and you wind up with the cough, from a cough to a headache, from a headache to a runny nose, from a runny nose to the flu. So each small thing leads to something. Changes 48 times per second. So basically all this changes 48 times per second. Could you imagine that much change within a second? Now, I'm not sure this is a legit actual explanation of the immune system, but if it is, would you imagine that much change within each second within your body? It sounds scary, right? Including my facial expressions that I make, which are very iconic, by the way. And page 15 is just action sequence. You see her calming down a bit. Like she's taking another position. Okay, and he pulls out a toy that a cat plays with. Hey, Yoruichi, it's playtime. So she's like licking him because he pulled out this cat toy. Okay, this is weird. My mind, the fact that I'm the only one who can ring you in, and the fact that you only recall when you're in the mood for it is definitely a bit of a flaw. But Yoruichi is pretty adorable in her own way when she's in this form, so I don't really mind it at all. That's right, the 5 minutes are almost up. The effects of immunization droughts are about to wear off. Thank you for putting forth such due diligence, Yoruichi. We will drain all the poison out of you in just a bit. First things first, I'll go and look for the body. And you just make sure that he's enjoying an eternal slumber. Wow, these scientists, man, that they choose are very dangerous. And we see basically Urahara walking into a ball of light. As usual. What? In blazes. Gift ball deluxe. This is the largest poison ball I'm capable of making. Oh, that's not what you meant, now is it? Knowing you are far more interested in this new form of mine, right? What the heck? So this guy just transformed? What is this guy? It was besides a Stern Rider, of course. Oh god. This guy looks like something straight out of a Lady Gaga video. Look at this. Oh, sorry, the light is kind of blocking that, but damn it, light. Ah, there you go. He looks something straight out of a Lady Gaga video. Tell me that's not true. Like with all these crazy things sticking out of him. Rebirth of the Apostle. It's a pretty morbid name, don't you think? It's called Hasten. Oh my god. Okay, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was your review and live reaction to chapter 663, God of Thunder 4. And now this current Stern Rider that usually uses poison now has a new form, and it's called Hasten. Now, what will Yoruichi and Urahara do in this stage? I would think Urahara has something up his something up his sleeves, possibly something similar to the form of Yoruichi. So thank you very much for watching this review and live reaction of Bleach 663 Thunder God number 4. And don't forget to comment and or follow me on Twitter.